Hi, and thanks for joining us. This is Industry Insights, part of the Remy Network. Please subscribe to it because every episode is a new interview with somebody fascinating with information that's vital to what you do in the real estate management industry. Go ahead and subscribe, tell a friend about it, and hit the notification button if you're watching on YouTube. And the next time one of these episodes arrives, you'll be notified right away. There are issues at the time of year that we are recording this, just coming into winter, the November drizzle and the odd snowflake in the air. And that changes things dramatically in the pest control industry. Uh, for example, are the mice in Toronto getting out of control? And is this the time of the year that we're going to really notice it? With answers to this and more, we have Haghgoo joining us from Pest B Gone. Thanks for joining us, Shah.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Now, listen, you and I had a quick chat just before we started to record this, and out of your mouth, I heard Toronto seems to have a pretty serious mouse problem. What's going on?
Well, those mice are getting ready to get warm. We have a lot of development, we have a lot of excavation, and we're turning over their environments. So they're moving into our newly built houses. All our new buildings that are going up, they're finding a nice, warm, cozy environment. And we're coming across a lot of new buildings, new builds that are infested already.
Really? Is that because a lot of these new builds are happening in fields where before you had field rats, field mice, that sort of thing?
Exactly. When you take down an existing building, a few small existing buildings, all the surrounding areas around them, that was their habitat. They had made their burrows, they had their hidden areas. You're taking 7, 8, 9, 10 units down and you're building one monstrosity of building. You're excavating quite deeply into the ground. So you're really turning over their environment and you're forcing them to have to leave and find new habitat somewhere. And the new building generally is the ideal place, close by or building very close to that environment in that area.
What are some of the first signs that you're going to find an infestation in a place and you need to dig a little deeper into the problem?
Well, you're going to see the mouse droppings all over the place. You're going to definitely see that they've gotten into a lot of the food in the pantry areas and anywhere that there's some food, you'll see some nibblings happen. You'll find areas where wires have been chewed away at. They strip the wires down and use that as part of to build nests and everything. It's something soft that they could chew on. They chew on it. They try to make nests. So if you find telephone lines, all your internet cables are being chewed up. Uh, Definitely, if there's food, that's one sign. And droppings, if you see the droppings, they're there. They do eat,
Uh,
and
now, now, I think that. Sorry about that, Shaw. You were saying?
no worries. No, I'm just saying they eat, and therefore they have to get rid of what's in their system somehow, and they're going to leave that behind for you.
Of course. So, okay, now you've discovered the problem. We know where it came from. We know why it's happening. What are some of the solutions? First of all, is there any way to prevent this?
You can't prevent it. You can reduce it. On a high-rise building, it's very difficult to actually completely eliminate the issue. So you're going to plug up all the holes and entryways that they have. When we get into high rises, the largest entryway they have is generally through the garbage rooms. That's the area that garbage is kept. That's the area where the bins are moved in and out on a regular basis. Doors are opening and closing for the trucks to come in and out. Very easy access.
Right,
From
right.
there, getting into the units, and that's a different story. They use
So,
the. Go ahead.
no, so that once they're into the unit, I guess what we're learning is once they're inside, the situation changes. That's a different treatment.
That's right. Well, the treatment is the same inside and outside. It's the same treatment. If we can control them and prevent them from coming in, if we can catch them before they come in, we're going to reduce the problem the building's going to have. A lot of problem with the infestation is because of the traffic that goes on through these garbage rooms. Uh, the mice shy away from it and they hide somewhere. When they're hiding and they get hungry, they will find the corridors to get through the buildings. Every conduit, every plumbing pipe, anywhere that anything is passed from unit to unit is the 400 series highways for these little guys, and they will use it. And if they get to an environment that's quieter, more food, a warmer environment, they'll stay in that one. Anything is warmer and a better environment than actually the garbage room. The garbage room is the first draw. That's where the scent comes from. That's where they've got the strong smell. It's like, let's go in, get some food. Now, once they're in, they want to stay close by. Then they start moving around the buildings from unit to unit.
Well,
When
it's
we,
just warmer as you move into the building, away
that's
from
right.
the garbage area. Yeah.
And generally, you get better food too.
That's true. Yeah, you're getting into people's places where they actually have some recipes going, not just the refuse. What is the solution? How do you handle this? What can building maintenance expect when Pest B Gone arrives?
We're gonna we're gonna monitor the situation first. Monitoring is the key. We have to find out how bad is the infestation. Based on what we come across will depend on how we're going to make the approach, how many stations we're going to put in, how far into the building we want to go with this. Uh, and every one of these comes with a cost factor. So sometimes they shy away from it because they figure in their mind the costs are going higher and higher and higher. Uh, the way they have to look at it is what's the end result if we get a total infestation in the building? Because the cost of that could be exuberant. So
Well,
best
it's
off we
catastrophic in a lot of ways because you're turning away potential residents. Complaints are mounting up. Reviews are dropping on the quality of the building. You know, pests are a really big concern for people who occupy the same space as them.
Mhm, it is. So when we come in, like I said, we put in our stations, we do the monitoring. Generally, we can get everything under control within the first 30 days. If we have serious infestation, most buildings are visited once a month. We'll bump it up and go back there in 10 days. We want to see results. We're going to put tape down. We're going to put things down to kind of let us know what's going on. We look at the feed. Has the feed been eaten? How much of it has disappeared? By constantly topping it up, we're keeping them in an environment we want them in, and we're eliminating them bit by bit. If we kind of miss that and we let it go for the whole month, we can end up with a major infestation. Half the food's been eaten, the other mice have moved further into the building.
It's something that if you have done professionally, it's going to seem like an easy move. It sounds to me if you had to do it internally, you probably wouldn't have the same success, the dedication to and the diligence to control the problem, harness it, and deal with it. Seems like it's its own thing entirely, not to be dealt with on your own.
I don't think there's any products out there that's actually effective for the do-it-yourself projects. You're going to get mouse traps. You might catch one or two. You're going to get the tape. We use the tape as a monitoring system. We're not there to catch all the mice on glue boards. We're going to monitor it because there's a lot of things that's going to come onto that glue board. It's going to tell us what's there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mouse. The other things that you get, all the chemicals you get, are far lower in the active ingredient than what we get. This is all governed by Environment Canada. Therefore, you have to be an exterminator's license to obtain this. And this is what you're not getting. You're basically getting something that's much weaker, putting your mind to ease that you're doing something. And in this particular case, you're doing something that's really not that effective. It might be 20% effective.
Well, that sounds to me like that 80% is worthwhile reaching out to a professional. On that note, Shaw, where can people, you heard it here first. It's mouse season. Get ahead of the game, get a plan together, find out if you have a problem, and get ahead of the infestation. Where can people reach out and have a chat with you about this?
Oh, they can reach us at pbgcanada.ca. That's our website. They can go online and actually request a call from there. They can call me directly at 289-597-2847. Again, 289-597-2847. Other than that,
Well done.
that's the way you're
All
going to
right.
reach me.
Well, I will. I'll encourage people to do that. Shaw, it's been a pleasure speaking with you and trying to get ahead of the mouse problem. We heard it right from the Pied Piper himself. Thank you for joining us, and Shaw, thank you so much as well. We'll catch you next time right here on Industry Insights. Thanks.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.